Judson Hall, take one. We come into Judson Hall through the building. It's dark. There's all get out. Roam through here. We're going to the light panel. Electrical room, it says. It's not locked, it just feels locked.
Light panel.
Oh my gosh.
Breaker. Please use only breakers 1 through 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. You click them and they'll push in and they'll stay there. And then there's one button here. That is the screen. It's 16.
Screen is 16.
So if you need to use the screen, then you press that, make sure the 16 is down. And then you will see these buttons here.
Ooh.
Up, down, and stop.
Oh, that's what.
And if you hit down, if you hold that down, you'll notice that the screen comes down. I just hit stop.
Oh, it's over there.
Yeah, so then I'm gonna hit up to have it go back up. That's if you ever need to use that. That's all you need to use here on the breaker panel. That's all you'll ever need to use, yeah.
1 through 5, and then 16 is the
screen, if you need that projector screen, the extra one.
Okay.
Okay, so these lights are all on now.
Do not touch red buttons, to be continued.
Yeah, just leave those.
Man, that's such a cliffhanger there.
Okay. Then, now that you have lights, you come back to the soundboard. Cameo with Lee.
Cameo with Lee.
Commercial break.
Oh, do we get a break?
Yeah, I need to ask you something quickly.
I can't pause though. You'll have to be on the video.
Come find me.
All
No,
right.
I don't know. I need to ask him some HR stuff.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Judson Hall engineer. Continue.
Come find me.
Okay.
Can't
There
stop.
are more lights down here.
Oh.
These are mostly for the stage. So if you click these on, and then you can fade them up and down, you'll see that these control the lights up there. So, and then these ones up here also are lights. And that's, if you want to have more mood lighting, you can just use these and not turn those on.
Okay.
If you want, and it'll just light up. You have like a stage spotlight there, and you can lower. You can see that that is something that you can lower.
Right.
And so that you don't wash out the screen.
So the stage one is top right over here.
Yeah, it's this stage spotlight.
Very good.
Then what you're going to do is you're going to turn on 4 switches here
4 switches
to turn on the power. It's going to be 1 at the bottom here on the Mackie.
It's hard to see, but
Yeah.
there's one at the bottom on the Mackie.
But they're the only 4 you can turn. So there's 1, there's 2. So that's a switch. This is a button.
Ashley.
3 is this one that says lights there. And 4 is this one in the top right corner.
Okay.
And that is the switched outlets. And that's going to turn on everything
The sound
for
system.
the sound system. Yeah.
With all those beautiful flashing lights.
Then you're going to turn on 3 switches for the speakers and such.
Ah, the speakers are self-powered.
And they are operating
Powered speakers.
by the power strips
Okay.
hanging from the walls. So here, you turn this one on and you'll see the light come on.
Yep.
And the subs are already plugged into this one. And
So-
so you'll see that those lights come on there.
Right. And
When
if
you-
they're not on, there's an on-off switch at the bottom.
Yeah,
so
so
they
they-
will be on.
Uh-huh. And then you're going to look and check that the blue lights just came on there.
Oh,
And
because you turned the strip on.
Yeah, and that speaker could be unplugged.
There's a plug dangling there.
There's a plug dangling, and sometimes these just get loose, and if you don't plug
Yes,
them in
it's-
all the way, is it on now?
I went on and then it flashed off, so I
Okay.
guess that's a loose Janus or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
so it's on now.
Aha!
Yeah, sometimes when it starts up, it'll do that. So that's good to know
Yep.
that they're plugged in there. Sometimes one will be out just halfway.
All right.
You won't see a light. It means it's not on.
All right. So you've got to check the lights.
Yep. And then you've got these over here. The same thing can happen. So you kind of got to check the plugs
Wow, look at that.
and make sure that they're all in.
Those all have purposes.
And then the third switch is here behind the subs.
Oh, gosh.
This one is for these subs
All right.
only. So then you come out and
So
check.
now we've got the subs on the right and the left, and we're checking up there. There's that speaker on. And is this guy on? Yes, he is.
And the sub blue lights are on.
So we are a go.
So now you're a go. So now on the sound board, you have a few different switches. you've got your mains here.
You could say that.
This needs to be up to around unity gain, but you could get away with being between -5 and unity if you want. If you want to give yourself more volume overall, then that will do it.
Right.
You've got your subs are on this auxiliary here.
Right.
This fader here. So if you want more subs, turn this up.
All right.
Then you've got your channels. Right now I have hooked up 1 through 4.
Okay.
So I'm going to unmute these and show you where those are plugged in on the wall.
Okay.
And you can fade these up and down here. The EQs are all like decent for this room, depending on the instrument. You can change these here, but you'll probably be able to get away with it the way that it is if you just keep it set up. And then there's 3 compressors that are plugged in up at the top here.
Okay.
And those compressors are labeled 3, 4, and 2 there, and they are right here. There's an insert there that goes to these here.
Right.
So if you know how to operate a compressor, you can change the thresholds here
Right.
and the ratios and the gain outs if you want to here, or what you do is you just unplug that.
Right.
So if it's not going well, you can just unplug it, or you can adjust the gains
Right.
there.
So pulpit doesn't have a compression.
No, because it's just not really needed, and there's only 3 of them that are up there right now that I found.
Very good.
There may be a 4th one hidden back there. The cables are a little bit out of whack right now. So then what you're going to do is those 4 channels correspond to these 4 inputs on the stage box right here.
Capiche. All right.
And so
There's your snake.
this one is going to a microphone. I think it's this one. 2 is going to a microphone.
Yeah.
3 is going to an acoustic guitar.
Right.
So it's just a loose XLR right now.
3 is
From-
acoustic guitar.
Yeah, 4 is a 4th microphone for vocals. So I have this set up: background vocals, acoustic guitar, lead vocals, and speaker mic.
Speaker mic.
So this is the speaker mic. This is 1. So check. So that's working.
Up and riding.
That's
So
one.
Will Nixon,
Yep.
this is where you step on and say, I'm ready to go.
And you can trace this cable and see that this is going to the cello label there. That red cable there is going to this red cable here.
Right? So that's easy to
So you
follow.
can see that. And then the green is going to a green there.
The DI box.
And you can hook up a DI box, which there are some available. There's one over here on the floor,
Okay.
actually. So you could use that. And then this is your lead vocal, or this is your background vocal, which is purple here to a yellow, and then it's a yellow there.
Where would I find DI boxes and 1/4-inch cables, etc.?
So I have one right here.
Okay.
This is
Tremendous.
your DI box, and I can put it with this one
All right.
for anybody who wants to plug it in. And this can all stay here. These are all cables that you can keep.
All right.
You can keep here.
Designated.
Yep, and that should work out.
All right.
Just fine.
That's
So
it.
you've got power here. You have an extension and a power strip there.
If a keyboardist wanted to plug in or something.
Yeah, and you can always add more lines in there, and they correspond to the board. So if you plug into 5 and etc., you have a powered amplifier for monitors,
Huh.
and those are plugging into A, B, C, and D.
Right.
Right now, the only one that I found that is working is B. And so,
Where is ABC? Oh, there. B.
so
All right.
B is going out of one of the lines from this. There's a 1/4-inch cable. There's a speaker cable.
All right, so these wedge monitors are powered by this amp here.
Yeah, and there's a speaker cable much like this one. There's 2 of them. One of them works.
Okay.
And you can plug that into one of these monitors here, and it will power that. And then on the board, you can send signal over to that. Or you can go out of B there and into one of our powered QSC monitors and not mess with the whole powered amp thing and
Right.
the monitors. So you have a couple of
You
options.
could let the house monitor run your floor. The house amp run a floor monitor.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so you have a couple of options there. When you shut it
B.
down,
That's B. Did you say?
Yeah, B is right now. B is the
Default.
monitors, and A is the subs.
All right.
And that's just the way that it's set up. If somebody had more time to mess with
Fool with
things,
it,
they might
yeah.
find that there's more stuff you can do. But
Yeah.
right now, that's that's just what is working, and you can't really get to the snake on the other end, and that's kind of difficult.
Right.
So you have to just
Work with the channels that are operational.
you just have to plug things in and look for it metering. It takes a while to find. So when you go to shut everything down, you want to shut the speakers down first. So you turn off the subs and speakers, and it is 3 switches, 1, 2, and 3, and then turn off the soundboard with those 4 switches.
What was the second switch there is,
The subwoofers.
and then the amp. That's what you were turning on there?
Yeah, the amp is plugged into that outlet too. So when you turn the outlet off, it turns off that amp.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about fire.
So there are 3 on that side just for extension
Yeah.
or something. I mean 2 on that side. All right, here we are.
And then you're back here, and you can turn the power off here. And if you do it this way, it's not going to make any
Popping
pops
sounds, all right.
or like blow the speakers or anything. So
And there's your lights. Your lights would be, maybe save those for the last moment.
yeah, and then you can turn these off with the switches here, and you can turn the final lights off back in the room there.
Sweet to eat. Let me just, let's close it. It's 12 minutes of goodness. I didn't even get into balance cables. Extraneous.
So you click them until they pop out, and you're good.
We're done. That's a wrap.